Hey guys, it's Neil again from Hard Texas Armory, and today I've got another video review for you guys, and this is going to be of my favorite multi-tool. So these are Leatherman Charges, and I've got two variants here. The one on the bottom is going to be the Leatherman Charge ALX, and then the classier of the two up here is going to be the Leatherman Charge TTI with the titanium scales. And the reason I went with these two variants is because they both feature upgraded steels in the blade. So the ALX is going to feature 154 cm steel, which you can see right there on the blade. And then the TTI is going to have the S30V steel, which both of those are worth the extra money in my opinion. I like having a higher quality blade steel than I think the standards come with the 420 HC, high carbon and stainless steel. But these multi-tools, I think it's just a well thought out multi-tool. I'll go over all the tools here in a minute and how it operates. But you know, good thing about Leatherman is one, they're made in the USA, they're a quality tool, and when you buy it, you know it's going to last. I mean, Leatherman warranties things for 25 years. You know, I definitely would have preferred a lifetime warranty, but most likely that 25 is going to work just fine for you. This particular model, the Charge, is going to have 19 tools in this thing, so that's to me the perfect amount. It's not too much, and it's not too few. So I like this design. I mean, there's also the Wave, which is real similar, but I do prefer this Charge over the Wave, which is why I went with this. So some of the main benefits to this is going to be, this design is going to be, I love how the blades operate. So you can see here, you've got a little thumb stud, or not stud, a little cut in through the blade that lets you access that for one-handed open. It's real simple. Locks up firm. It's going to be a liner lock, and you can see how that operates right there. So you just push over that liner, which allows the tool to close again. And you'll notice here, this is going to be your straight edge blade. So your straight edge blade here on the top is going to be smooth. And then if you flip the tool around, you'll have here your serrated edge blade, and that's going to have some little cuts into it so you can feel and visually see which tool you're opening without having to swing it open like this. You can just see that that is going to be the serrated edge. So here's a look at this serrated edge blade, and then on the TTI they actually upgraded the serrated edge to feature a gut hook or a cord cutter, which is a safer way to cut cord than a blade. And I really like Leatherman's serrated edge they put on these things. It works really good. It cuts rope extremely well, and certain boxes and stuff that you don't want to dull your straight edge, you can use this serrated. It works great. And again, all these tools on the outside are going to lock into place with that liner, which is an excellent feature and allows you to access these all from the outside. So there's a look at the saw, and then on here is going to be a file. Oh, I'm sorry. Your file is here. Excuse me, guys. So your file, you've got diamond file and just a regular old metal file there, as well as a file on this edge too. So some of the things I really like about these, I mentioned, you know, accessing the tools from the outside, plus you get a really high quality set of pliers. So let me open up the pliers on the ALX too, and you can see a little bit of a difference. So you know, they're pretty much the same set of pliers, but the TTI features that crimping notch there, which is nice. So you've got your needle nose pliers, you've got a crimping slot there, you've got a regular set of plier jaws, and then you have here, you've got your wire cutters. So that's going to be for your soft wires like copper and stuff. And then if you look, I don't know if it'll focus here, but let's see if I can get it to focus for you guys. Doesn't look like I can be able to. There we go. You'll see right there's a little arrow, and that's just letting you know that's for hardened steel. So that could be for cutting nails or a harder type of wire. So that's what that's for, and it's marked on both sides. You'll see there. So the pliers are excellent on the Charge, as pretty much all the Leatherman multi-tools are going to feature really high quality and usable pliers. The tool opens, you know, fairly easily. It's not going to open on its own really. You got to pull it open, but I like how it locks into a detent here. The jaws open nice and wide. It's just a very usable set of pliers, which a lot of cheaper multi-tools, you know, you get a set of pliers, but they're just not very usable. So I love these pliers that Leatherman puts on here. You can see on the TTI version here, I've got a little clip here, belt clip or pocket clip, and that just, you can actually remove it really easy. You'll notice there's a little section here on the end that is machined out for this, and you just put it in there, make sure it's straight, and just push it in, it clicks in. To remove it, you depress the button here and it'll pop out. So that's a really nice feature. I use that all the time. I really like that they thought about that. I wish other multi-tools you know, would come with that. I think it's a really handy thing just to have a pocket clip. It does come with a little pouch here, which you'll see. You know, it's just a Leatherman marked nylon pouch. It's got a belt loop, and it will hold your multi-tool very securely. So you do have this option too if you don't want to use the clip. You'll see that I've got a pair of bits here, or a set of bits, excuse me, that I got with my TTI. This package came with my, this pouch came with the TTI. And you can get additional tools with this. So we'll look at this a little more detailed in a minute. So let's go over just kind of what you get with this thing. So we've already mentioned you get the blade, the straight blade, which is a very useful blade, good shape to it. It's got a nice clip point here, a very fine point, so you can puncture things if you need to, and a long cutting surface. So well done on the blade. And then again, next to the blade, you're going to have a file, which is a very usable file. You'll use that a lot. And this side's a diamond file, which is nice. And then you're going to have your serrated blade on the outside, and your saw. And the saw is actually very usable. Very sharp teeth on this thing. It'll cut you like heck, but it'll chew through a branch really nice. So I really like having that saw on there. It's very usable. And then we'll open up the actual tool again, so you can see the pliers, which we've already shown. But on the inside here, you have additional tools. So you've got the pair of scissors, which to me they're a little small, but they do work really good. They got a spring tension, so they open back up. They cut really good. Like I said, I wish they were just slightly bigger, but again, you can only fit so much into a tool this size. But that's a really useful tool right there. You'll use that quite a bit on a multi-tool. Next to the scissors, you're going to have the precision screwdriver set. So you've got a Phillips side, and then you can pull it out and flip it over to the flathead side. Very useful. So that'd be good if you need to fix like your sunglasses or your glasses or something like that. That uses small screws. So you'll use that a lot. Next to that, you're going to have a pry bar, flathead screwdriver. I'm sure there's some other uses I'm missing, but that's kind of what you would use this for, like opening paint cans or prying on something that you don't want to damage the blade, and then of course a larger flathead screwdriver as well. Then on this side here, you're going to have a tool here that lets you put in the bits, so they just pop in and out, and they're double-sided, so you can, obviously this is a Phillips, and you flip it around and do the flathead if you want. You just push it in. It has a little detent that retains it inside here. And these tools all on the center here do lock into place. To put them back in, you just push the little button there, or the little lever, and it allows them to fold back in. So you'll hear it click in right like that. So this is a well thought out tool. And then last here, you've got a can opener, bottle opener tool there, which comes in handy too. You could probably also use that as an awl to bore a hole in some wood or leather or something like that too. And then there's some other tools I'm probably missing, but some other stuff that I use on these is going to be they've also got a little ruler right here, so you can see. I don't know if my camera is going to focus enough for you guys to read that or not, but you've got centimeters and inches. So you can see on this side is your inches and centimeters down below it on the other side. So you can measure distances on things, which is nice. It goes all the way to just over 7 inches and just over 18 centimeters there. And you would just, like, if you want to measure something, you would just set it set it next to the ruler, and you can read the length of it. So pretty useful. But overall, man, I just wanted to do a video kind of comparing these multi-tools together. So the ALX and then the TTI. This one is probably my favorite, but I use this one the most because it's kind of like my everyday multi-tool. This one I kind of keep looking all nice and clean and stuff. But I do like that this one comes with that S30V steel, which to me is an improvement over the 154 CM. Holds a really good edge, so it's kind of a bear to sharpen, but once you get it sharpened, it holds a really good edge. Now, you know, this one, the 154 CM, also holds a really good edge too, but that S30V is a better steel. That's a powdered steel versus, you know, traditional type of steel here. They're both stainless and they both resist corrosion, but I really like that steel. S30V is one of my favorite steels. That is reasonably priced, but still considered a high-end steel. One thing I will make a note of is just be careful when you're in the pliers here that you don't want to get your skin inside here. That's happened to me on multiple occasions. Like when you're holding it like this, it'll grab a portion of your skin here and just pinch the ever living shit out of you. So just be careful with that. I just always try to hold down here if possible. You know, you don't want to get any meaty part of your hand inside those sections there, because it will pinch you. Well, that's a look at these two multi-tools. Definitely recommend these. Leatherman just makes a great product. I mean, they make an excellent multi-tool, and they've got a full line of different, you know, multi-tools you can take a look at. You know, from micras, which are keychain type, to all the way up to their super tool, which is like the big daddy. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you got any questions or comments on either of these, just leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Y'all take care.